Hi everyone, this is Leslie Spalding, Art and Movement Program Director at the Workhouse Art Center. Today we're going to do chair Pilates, and if you have a tennis ball and a flex band or a hand weight, soup can, water bottle, that would be handy, but obviously you just need yourself in a chair. So with the tennis ball, what we're going to do is roll the soles of our feet. This will be really helpful to release tight muscles along the back part of our body. So you'll roll the bottom of your feet really well, and then after 30 seconds or so, you'll transfer to the other foot and roll all the bottom of the foot, the heel, the arch, near the toes. It's all really good for your body. And after you've rolled your feet, you're going to push that to the side, and you're going to sit tall while you rotate your right ankle 5 times in one direction and 5 times in the other direction, and this always feels really good any time of the day. And then we'll do our other leg and then reverse it. So it's a little bit of joint mobilization as we start here. We're going to take our right leg again. We're going to swing our knee 10 times or so. And then we're going to take our left leg and do the same thing. And then we're going to place that down, and we're just going to do a little bit of motion with our hips and our pelvis, going back and forth, getting muscles around the hip socket lengthened and warm and moving. And what we'll do from there is maybe take our rib cage and just isolate that a little bit forward and back. And then from here, we'll roll our shoulders, just kind of moving all the way up to the top of our head here. Go the other direction. And from this place, we'll go ahead and do a little side bending. This is always really good if your back is tight, especially your upper back. Side bending is really helpful. And again, it feels really good. Side bending side to side about 5-6 times. And then we'll just pause here for a second and just take the neck and the head and gently do these big yeses. Looking up and looking down, looking up and looking down. And after 5 or so of those, we're going to take the whole body and we're going to inhale, grow tall on our sitting bones, and we're going to exhale, round our spine back. So we're going to inhale, grow tall, and we're going to exhale, round our spine back. And if you're too far back in your chair, the back of the seat probably will stop you. So just scoot forward in your chair so you have lots of range of motion. And just to make it a little more challenging, we'll add our arms out so our abs are a little bit more by themselves. And we can make it challenging still as we round and deepen our abs, as cross our arms over our chest and keep rounding the spine. Exhale as you go back, inhale as you sit tall. And then we also can take our hands behind our head and make it super strong. Going back and forth. And then the last part of this is to lift a leg and then stack up and sit tall, and lift a leg and stack up and sit tall. And if you had your Wheaties, you can go ahead and add a little rotation, going side to side, contracting your abs, and do 5 to 10 of these. And again, remember, you can always just have your hands in your lap. That's just wonderful in itself. All right, very good. Now we're going to take our right arm and we're going to reach it up 3 or 4 times, kind of warm up this range of motion in our shoulder. And then we'll do the same thing with our left arm. And the reason we're doing this is so we can do mermaids. So as we sit tall and feel those bones in the bottom of our pelvis sturdy under us, we're going to inhale, float our right arm up, and we're going to exhale, side bend, inhale, stack up, exhale, lower. We're going to reach our left arm up. We're going to exhale, side bend, inhale, stack up, exhale, lower. And we'll do 3 sets back and forth. Like I mentioned before, this is really great for the body. We'll do one more, inhaling one arm, side bending exhale, inhale up, exhale lower, inhaling the other arm, exhale side bend, inhale stack up, exhale lower. All right, very good. Now we're going to cross our arms over our chest, but also if you have a yoga block or a book or any type of object sort of like this, you're going to place it in between your knees and kind of hug it. That's really good for the core. And we're going to cross our arms over our chest as we inhale, grow tall. And we're going to exhale, contract our waist as we turn to one side, and then inhale to the center. And then stay tall as we exhale, rotate to the other side. So we'll do 6 sets of these, but as you go through these repetitions, halfway through, you're going to cross the other arm on top because it makes a big difference, and you'll notice it immediately after you recross your arms. Okay, we'll do one more set. Exhaling, inhale center, and exhaling. Inhale to the center. All right, very good. So to break up our positioning here, we're going to stand up. We're going to come to the side of our chair. Okay, let me just demonstrate the base move. The base move is to maybe have your hand here for just a little stability and security, but we're going to take our inside leg and we're going to lift it and lower it. Lift it and lower it. And while we do this, we want to stay really tall and not feel like we've shrunk in our height every time the foot lifts. And we're going to take the outside arm and we're going to reach that too. And this is where you could use a flex fan or a soup can or a hand weight. And as you continue to do these, maybe take your hand away a little bit and just test it. Test your balance. And after like 6 or 8 reps, you're going to hold the leg up and you're just going to do the arm, whether you have just your hand or a soup can or a hand weight or one of those bands. Reaching up. 5 of these, and then we'll go ahead and lower down and go to the other side. So you can always have your hand on the chair, completely fine. The biggest thing is when you lift your leg, you want to stay tall. You don't want to feel like you shrink a little bit every time the leg lifts. You want to stay really, really tall, like that rope is tied to the top of your head, pulling you up into the clouds. And then we add the outside arm. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. And using the flex band, if you're thinking to maybe add a little bit more, you would stand on it with your outside leg and you would lift the arm and lift the leg. And then eventually you want to try to maybe keep the hand away from the chair, hold your leg up, and then just do the arms. And it's pretty challenging, but really good for us to work on our balance. All right, good work there. We're going to come back to our chair. Okay, so in Pilates, we think about our spine and making sure we do all the ranges of motion with it. So, our spine rounds, our spine side bends, and our spine can turn. And our spine can also extend. And that's what we're going to work on right now. This is called the breaststroke prep. So we're going to take our arms out like goalposts, and we're going to inhale, move our rib cage forward, squeeze our shoulder blades down to our back pockets as we kind of bring the arms behind us. And then we release. So take an inhale as you do this big extension, squeezing your shoulder blades down to your back pockets, and then exhale, release. So we'll do 6 or so of these. These are really good for your posture. Feels good too to work those muscles right in between the shoulder blades, and release. So when you do the breaststroke prep, you roll forward of your sitting bones and then release. And definitely gazing up the wall in front of you and release. We'll do one more, squeezing and release. All right, good work. So here's a finishing of a really nice workout, and I thank you all so much for joining me. If you'd like to redo the whole set of exercises, that would be wonderful. And then take a nice walk today. Thank you so much for joining in.